All right. We got the stream going. I hope everybody's doing good. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. And if you're in the chat and if you're able to say what's up, I'd love to have a conversation going on in the chat. Yeah, this is basically a live stream on YouTube. Hopefully everything goes well with obviously my internet and everything, and hopefully my upload speed is pretty good to handle the stream. Vamos. Yeah, it's the first watch along, man. I'm excited. It's gonna be clean. Clean. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited. So here in the stateside, the one that basically has the rights for the match is going to be ESPN. So they technically don't even have anything until literally at 7:25. So until they drop that, I'll have that. So typically what I do, I did this at Twitch, so I guess I have a little bit of experience, but you notice the background is just obviously really blurred. And but I have it playing. You might hear a little bit of audio from it. It's gonna be, there's a little noise when I speak. You know what? Okay, I'll explain what it is, and I probably need to clarify what's going on. So I'm in my garage, okay? So where I live, it is above 100 degrees. So I have a little AC unit going to at least keep it bearable. And so if it's playing in the background, that's what's probably happening. I'll do my best to minimize. How about this? I'll work on this now. Let me go ahead and test. Actually, let me work on my other slides here. So let me see if this works. I have a be right back kind of video, so let's see if this works. I don't think it worked. I try to keep it in the low setting, but I could still probably be bothering people's audio. My bad. Maybe I'll keep away from the actual wind blowing. We'll see. We'll adjust. All these little kinks in the live stream, right? We'll do it live, okay? We'll do it live. Yeah, just keep me posted if any of the audio is too loud or anything, if it's unbearable. Please let me know. I have to adjust it. All right, so just to kind of kick it off, I mean, we got almost just seconds, so probably just already getting it going. Let me make sure everything's going. Oh, come on, ESPN. Yeah, so this is a problem I have with ESPN. All right, let's see. There we go. I was gonna say, do we want it in Spanish or do we want it in? It's because here's the thing with the English commentating and ESPN's. Oh, okay. It's because I do have a limiter, so it kind of sounds a little bit awkward. Yeah, it might be my audio. My fault. Is it like really unbearable? When you're quiet, we can't hear anything in the background. Maybe your mic. So, is there something in the background that's making noise? Or there's nothing? I just want to verify. I want to make sure nothing's bothering in the stream. We'll see when I get the stream going. I'll ask. How about this? Do we want Spanish commentating or English commentating if it's in the background? I'm going to go with Spanish. Okay.
Thousands of live events. ESPN Plus originals.
It's not that deep.
The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive access.
Yeah, son, just keep me posted. I mean, I hope it's not crazy.
And the biggest names.
Like I'm in the garage, so it's evening over here, so things are happening around the house.
Live sports. Thousands.
All right, so ESPN is still not broadcasting their stuff. I think the last thing I heard, especially through Twitter and all the reporting and stuff, they might be like a 7:35 kickoff here at local time. And I gotta remember to keep the mic in front of me. Hassan, man, I appreciate you joining, by the way. Appreciate everybody being part of the broadcast here. Another cool thing going on right now in the world of football, we got the Women's World Cup going on in Australia and New Zealand, and I think the U.S. women's team is going on right now against the Netherlands. All I got to say with that one is that they didn't look really that solid against Vietnam. And so hopefully they take care of business, which should be a better opponent, by the way. But when you looked at Spain a couple days before the World Cup kicked off, they scored 9-0. And so the U.S. needs to kind of get it together if they really want to get another World Cup there. All right, let's check out this crazy platform called Twitter, or used to be called Twitter. I don't know what it's called now. I think it's just called X. It's Twitter, y'all. It's just downward slope from here. All right, we'll talk about the lineup. I think that's probably where we should go ahead and get started with. Let me go ahead and actually show the opponent's lineup. Let's see if I got this right. That's that. Oh, got the wrong one. There we go. Cool. All right, between the sticks, debuting is going to be Onana. You got Wan-Bissaka out on the right with the pairing of Varane and Lisandro Martinez, and Luke Shaw out on the left. Been following the Spanish team since... Yeah, man. It's a cool team. All right, Casemiro, double pivot. Casemiro and Kobe Maino. 18-year-old kid. Looked really impressive against the Arsenal game. Mason Mount, Bruno Fernandes, and Alejandro Garnacho, and Marcus Rashford up top. So it should be interesting, should be good. And then this is going to be the lineup for Real Madrid. Sweet. All right, between the sticks, again, another matchup and another night for Lunin. You got Fran Garcia starting on that left-hand side with the pairing of Rudiger and David Alaba, and Danny Carvajal on the right. So, if you've been following Real Madrid, we've been hearing a lot of the conversation of this new system that Carlo Ancelotti's trying to figure out about this diamond midfield. And I think we're getting to see glimpses of what potentially could be the starting lineup for this diamond kind of formation. Obviously, I think it's going to be more of a diamond during the positive phases of the game. So when we are in possession, when we're actually attacking, you're going to see more of that diamond. But I think it's just another variation of a 4-4-2. So you got Tchouaméni as the DM right in front of the defense. You got Eduardo Camavinga on the left side, and then Luka Modric, which will be having the captain's armband as well. And then you got Jude Bellingham, once again starting for his second match for Real Madrid. And then you got the two pairing up top, a dual striker, forwards, wingers, I don't know what you call it, but you got funny thing that I saw on Twitter, but they were making a big deal about it, about DAZN basically putting Vinicius' last name of what is it? I just saw it on Google. It's like Baixão, I think. Baixão de Oliveira Jr., Brazil. Yeah, so you got Vinny Jr., and then you got Rodrigo as the pairing up top. Yeah, man, listen, I think so far, until it's really official, until we really get a comunicado oficial, I think this is what Carlo Ancelotti has to stick with. Just for the fact that we don't have someone that can really complete that center forward position, so that we can still play that 4-3-3. And so until then, I think this is probably the best way to accommodate the number of midfielders that we have, that we can just plug and play the type of midfielders, right? So an impressive matchup from Fede Valverde against AC Milan. You know, it's just this plug and play concept, I think, in this diamond formation. Freaking Brahim. Listen, I mean, we got some interesting last names in Real Madrid. Let's see, anything else? I still not getting anything on ESPN. Right, I'm live feed. Oh, here we go. All right, boys with their home kit. It's a nice lineup. I think this is one of the lineups that I think like a little variation that we're probably going to potentially see in kind of like almost some key games. This is once again where our summer transfer window is done, where we didn't get anything else, right? Like, this is it. Obviously the saga of this one Parisian player name that should not be mentioned. But until then, this is what we got, and I'm okay with it. I want to see more of it. I'm kind of getting tired of the 4-3-3, to be honest, but we tend to be allergic to other formations. Although this past season, Carlo Ancelotti did venture a little bit into a different variation of that 4-3-3 based off if Benzema was injured and stuff. Crazy to see that in 14 seasons. This is the first time this season. Not the first time, but another matchup where we do not have Karim Benzema. Ref, that pitch just looks atrocious. This is the problem about American stadiums and football. It's a second thought. I mean, they just roll out just anything that's green and they're just like, all right, play on that. If you have anything else, anybody else that's watching on the stream, would be awesome to see what you have to say. about the matchup. What are your predictions? But in a little bit, we'll be kicking off pretty soon. It looks like Manchester United went ahead and got 5. Wait, we're counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's kickoff time. And we're kicking off. All right, here we go. The start of the matchup, and once again, Manchester United gets the ball first. And it's nice to see Los Blancos again. That's a nice kit, man. I can't wait to have the new kit. Right, so having to play all the way back to Lisandro finding Garnacho. And they're still kind of playing it inside the middle. Crazy to see Casemiro. Right. First time I think we're going against Luka Modric, taking it from half field, giving it a pass to somebody, but it hits Vinicius on the run. But a good recovery there. Fran Garcia overlapping Vinicius. Vinicius fighting Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham looking around, making a back pass to Rudiger or Alaba. Finding Tchouaméni to Rudiger. Man, I noticed now, very early on, our fullbacks already pinning down the wingers. Carvajal was really far up there. And Tchouaméni kind of slotting in between both center backs. Alaba there finding Carvajal, who passes it out to Luka Modric to find Rodrigo as he's trying to find himself inside with the dribbling. That's a foul. Come on now. Apparently, he's unhappy. Hey, listen, I mean, he made the decision based on his career, right? Like, he understood where he's at, and you got to respect Benzema for his... Wow, we already got a man down. We're a minute and 40 in. Oh no, not good news. I'm trying to figure out who's the one down. Based off the tackle on Rodrigo, his momentum, basically he lunged forward, aiming pretty low to a certain player. I have a feeling it might be Kobe. I could be wrong. Mino. Yeah, is it Mino? It could be Mino. And it looked like it was like a low... Yeah. Rodrigo's momentum clashed in the lower parts of his leg, probably causing some ankle or knee thing. It looks like they're messing with his foot, so it could be a sprained ankle or tweaking something in his ankle. The 18-year-old, like I said before, an impressive game against Arsenal. But yeah, pretty impressive there. I'm not pronouncing it right then, I'm assuming. Mino? Is it Mino?
Son partidos que tenés que tener primero un espacio de haberte sacado las vacaciones de encima. Y después empezar a jugar, porque si jugando, te estás entrenando, es muy complicado. Y estos partidos...
Is the audio okay?
No al 100%,
I don't know if it's too loud or not. Man, that sucks. So, that's it for him. I don't think they want to risk it. I mean, he more than likely did tweak that ankle. He's kind of struggling putting some weight on there, but, oh, man. That's unfortunate, right? Really looked impressive against Arsenal. I think you're pronouncing it right. Okay. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. Okay. How you doing, man? Are you watching the game? Or are you watching it here? All right, Alaba taking a whiff at it, but it hits the wall. And Tchouaméni taking a shot, man, from basically the rebound. Let's go ahead. I'm kind of trying to check and see. Trying to move some tabs around, so. Also, this needs to be refreshed. I'm liking I'm liking the pressure of our fullbacks. I think now with that diamond formation, we don't have extreme wide midfielders. Because of this formation with the diamond, it's very narrow. So ideally, the fullback should have great opportunities to pin their wingers back. And so as of right now, I mean, Real Madrid is doing a good job to keep possession so far in these first 5 minutes. Oh, dude, that was a good run, but he's going to be offside. Ref has not called it, but Jude Bellingham just puts it in. How is it not an offside? It might be an offside, but Jude Bellingham just goes ahead and just chips it over Onana. Wait. I mean, first off, golazo. But potentially, I would assume this is an offside. Because Rudiger was super late in putting it in, but maybe I saw the wrong run. Already. Jude Bellingham. With the man down, by the way, Man United, I'm sorry, hasn't made their substitution. But yeah, I'm surprised. I'll be honest, I think my initial view of it looked offside. Now, this is a preseason tour, so I don't even know if they... Yeah, it's way offside. Wan-Bissaka actually kept them on a little bit. Now, it's slight. Now, I don't know if they have VAR in this. It's a close one, but Jude Bellingham. Yeah. Wan-Bissaka keeping him on. Casemiro's just going ahead and just going to start chopping at all our midfielders now for taking his spot. I want to see a duel between Casemiro and Tchouaméni. Yeah. Wan-Bissaka kept him on. Wow. I mean, in the frame, in the initial live feed, it didn't show Wan-Bissaka, so you just saw Jude Bellingham behind the center backs. But already, it is 1-0 in favor of Real Madrid. What a debut for Onana, huh? So what I'll do at halftime, if you don't know who I am, I'm on Twitter, and I join a couple of spaces, and listen, we have our agendas, and we have a good one now. What's crazy is that Man U had I think their reserve team or their youth play against Wrexham yesterday. And what a good pass to find Garnacho. Garnacho now going against Carvajal. Beating, but sails it over the bar. Carvajal once again just showing that he only runs with one hamstring. The shell of the man. But listen, but what a debut for Onana though, right? Like, how much was Onana? Already leaky in the back. He came out pretty bad though. I mean, he had to. OJ Wale, man. Thanks for joining us on the chat here. Jude Bellingham a little bit out left than usual. He's just waiting for Camavinga to find his spot. Ooh. Fran Garcia was trying to make that run, but a little bit too late. So that's the thing. It's this variation of that formation, right? It's going to have two up top, but knowing Vinicius and Rodrigo, these guys are used to being fairly wide. With them being fairly wide, it's just ideally when you have a narrow formation, you would think that they would be causing trouble with the center backs. And that's the idea. That you might see a little bit of, Camavinga a little bit out on the left with the pairing of Fran Garcia. It's just good to see Fran Garcia in our team, man. It was good watching him at Casilla. It was awesome watching him at Rayo. Look at this play here on the left. Jude Bellingham doing good at putting his body in front of the ball to get tackled from behind. As we enter now the 10th minute. A tackle and foul caused by Mason Mount. Obviously debuting as well. Well, debuting in the season for Man United. A ball over to find Garnacho, but the ball passes the byline for a goal kick. Ivan Toney. I know what you're talking about, buddy. He would, actually. You know, if you really think about it, and me and you have talked about it before. I have no problem with Ivan Toney, actually. We both have agendas, man. We know what we need. What are people's opinions of Manchester United's away kit? Is this their away kit or their third kit? All right, Luke Shaw out here on the left, but making a back pass to Lisandro Martinez. Yeah, so he looks amazing. I think Jude Bellingham, I think he found the right team. It's a good fit. And you just got a youthful midfield. I mean, that's the impressive part. Tchouaméni composed. He's moving the ball around. And what a pass from Luka Modric to find Jude Bellingham out on the left. Flicks it to Rodrigo, and Vini just takes it away from him. So that's the problem I think right now we're going to be having, is figuring out what Rodrigo and Vini are doing up top. It's their away kit. You know, it's not bad. It's for sure different. Is it inspired by one? Is it a retro? Like, is it inspired by another kit that you used to have? Or is this just new? They are, man. They're going to develop really well. It's a good midfield. Remember, we're just possessing the ball really well. Finding those channels. These guys are moving well. Fran Garcia just controlling the ball. A little soft in there to find Camavinga. Camavinga still managing to keep it against Bruno Fernandes. Passing it back to Alaba. And Alaba just trotting back to find Lunin. Finding Camavinga back to Alaba. Good pass to find Jude Bellingham. See, that's the problem, is what reference do we have up top? Vini has the ball, basically a takeaway from Varane. Varane taking it to the byline. Fakes somebody, trying to find someone. Luka Modric taking the shot, but gets blocked by Luke Shaw. Carvajal having to recover that ball and playing it back, try to recycle this play. Rudiger trying to see if he can make a ding, pinging the ball across, but it actually just plays it back to Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni finding Alaba. But trying to find trying to break the lines there from Alaba, but finds no one. We do. The bench is going to be great. The bench is going to be really good. I mean, I think that's the thing that it's going to be impressive of this depth of the midfield is top. Obviously, the two other areas that were kind of not as deep is obviously in the attack and the defense, more on the outsides, I guess you could say, with the fullbacks. Onana just wanted to be active here. The sound of trying to find someone. Lunin having to come out of the box to head it out of bounds. Trying to find Rashford there with a nice long ball there. But that's going to be the problem with having a narrow formation with this diamond. But the thing is, like, it's a variant of the 4-4-2. So when it's a defensive phase of the game, we go defensive with the 4-4-2, right? Man, this guy just complains the whole time, bro. Like, what is up with this Bruno Fernandes, man? Any game is just nagging. That treble, man. We'll see. But it just seems like when we're like targeting to win the league in Champions League, we just go ahead and just cancel out the Copa del Rey. We just do it. I don't get why, but we just do. What I was going to mention was, let's get this out of the way. If you're Madridista and you want an awesome community to basically have great conversations about the game, about the team, about the squad, but the club itself, we talk about the Castilla, we talk about Femenino, we talk about the basketball team, transfer, and then obviously football in general. But if you want to be part of that awesome community, I'm part of an awesome Discord community that is basically all started following the Managing Madrid podcast with Kian Sabani. And look at Fran Garcia here on the left trying to cross it inside, and that's where you would have Huselu inside that place. Ooh, Camavinga just took out somebody. And Fran Garcia just somehow, he's the one that crossed it, somehow he's finally back to recover. This kid is impressive, man. Hope he stays healthy. Yeah, so I think it's Casemiro who just got rocked by Camavinga. Those workout videos that you see of Camavinga and stuff where he's shirtless and he's just buffed out.
Mira que le sacó el puesto en el Real Madrid. Camavinga. Lo trajeron a Tchouaméni, pero Camavinga es mucho más titular que Tchouaméni.
All right, so Ten Hag already making some movements here, already talking to Rashford to say, hey, dude, need you to drop a little.
Pero Tchouaméni es un gran jugador, es 5-5, no es como Camavinga que lo podés mover para cualquier lado. Bueno, eso es lo que
But yeah, so if
de cabeza se la entregaba a Lisandro Martínez. Acá con la pelota peligroso, otra vez el Manchester United bajo presión. Sale bien,
muy bien con los pies, ¿no?
Sí, señor.
Con los pies juega muy bien. Espero que no me va a quedar mal esta noche.
No.
so I think where Man United is going to go ahead and basically try to exploit us is going to be in the channel between our center backs and our fullbacks, because our fullbacks are really high. They're actually pressuring high, which you would think then their wingers or anybody that's out wide is going to get a little bit pinned back just to cover in defense. But what you're noticing is now that they're actually sending guys forward. Oh, but Nacho having his chance. No, it was actually Mason Mount. The ball somehow landing in front of him and Rudiger, and he takes a little whiff at it, but not strong enough for place it anywhere to make trouble for Lunin. Lunin plays it back to Rudiger. Rudiger finding Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni finding the exit there with Carvajal, and Carvajal just slices it to Luka Modric. Luka Modric taking it across, trying to find Camavinga, finds Jude. Jude slicing it to find Rodrigo, but he's finding Carvajal. Carvajal having to find someone. Who's he going to find? No. And Vinny. Vinny in that left leg. Vinny in that right foot.
Era el 2-0, increíble. No la pudo enganchar Vinicius.
Es posibilidad y posibilidad de gol, ¿eh? Está lindo, lindo.
Sin un centro.
Carvajal just playing it perfectly. Right. Vinny was actually in the right spot, but I think it was anticipated. So there's that channel I was talking about. So right between Rudiger and... See, Rudiger is talking to Fran Garcia. Actually, or it's Alaba. But yelling at Fran Garcia. It's because these guys are finding those diagonal runs between that channel, between the center back and the fullback. You can see it now, right? Carvajal's already pulling so far up, which is making the guys in the midfield and the diamond having to actually pull a little bit wide and back, which is not good. It's not a good thing because those guys aren't necessarily defenders. Maybe the only one that could do that really well is going to be Camavinga on the left, but Luka Modric can't offer you that throughout the game. Once again, it's preseason though, so I guess they can try these things out now. 20 minutes in, and Manchester United is picking up a little bit of momentum in their side with several good passes and even also good looks to get the ball at least inside the box to cause a little bit of trouble. But like I said before, you got Mason Mount, Garnacho. Yeah, Tchouaméni is doing a lot so far because the guys in the midfield are getting spread a little bit. Menu's doing a good job about that. Here we go. Now we have to keep possession. So good link-up plays right here. Good passing. All right, Camavinga now finds Vinicius. Vinicius trying to cross it in and almost having to go inside by his own defender, but basically gets cleared out. Onana almost looks like he had it, but I think it was either Varane or somebody having to clear it out because it was a good run. Good pass from Camavinga. They're busy showing the replay. We get to see the beginning of that play. Rudiger with Garnacho. Tchouaméni pairing up. He has to pass it all the way back to Luke Shaw. Lisandro Martinez having the ball, trying to slice it across to find Bruno Fernandes, who's out left. Trying to keep possession, so they pass it and then pass it all the way back to Onana. Onana finding Luke Shaw all the way to the left. I didn't get to see the beginning of that corner kick because they were so busy showing the previous play. See, Fran Garcia is getting pulled too wide, and Mason Mount is doing a good job to pick up those channels. He's switching with Rashford, if you're noticing it. They're finding those channels to disrupt the pairing of the center backs, which is kind of confusing Tchouaméni a little bit because he doesn't know who to pick up. So there has to be an adjustment from the midfield. I don't know if it's Camavinga or Jude Bellingham. The problem is now is that I guess you could say the progression of attack, we're losing somebody in that build-up in the midfield because they have to come and help cover the midfield. The diamond formation is good for possession if you keep the ball. You struggle if these players that are playing a certain role, let's say they're more attacking, like let's say Jude Bellingham is at the point of that diamond, he won't have that much of defensive assignments. Nice pass from Fran Garcia trying to find Jude Bellingham, but get this possession by Casemiro. Good job from Casemiro there, but a horrible pass trying to find Marcus Rashford. So it's a throw in for Real Madrid as David Alaba is now being played to Luka Modric. Luka has disappeared for a little bit as our phase of game has been left, on the left a little bit more than we would really want. Right, Fran Garcia picking up chalk in his cleats because he's that wide and far up as well. Tchouaméni with the ball, making the switch of the play. See if he can find someone. He finds Rodrigo. Rodrigo with Jude. Jude kind of losing footing there. Loses the possession of the ball, but a good possession and recovery for Camavinga to find Luka Modric to play it back and start recirculating this ball again. Here comes Vinny, trying to bait Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka, Vinny. Crossing it in. He has to make a save with that left hand from Onana because that thing was going in far post. Tchouaméni is doing fantastic. As long as he's staying focused and doesn't get injured, this is his position. This is his thing. Good play there. I like the pressure of winning the ball back immediately after losing, but man, that pass from Casemiro slicing everybody. Talk, guys, talk. Carvajal and Alaba not talking there. Because it looked like Rudiger got beat in a run. But here they come from that left side. Real Madrid's right side. As they're going to try to Eriksen with the ball. Trying to at least have it composed. Keep it in Real Madrid's half. Trying to find a pass. Rudiger's with his height trying to head it. But now here comes the exit play. And Tchouaméni just finding that great pass to find Camavinga as he's breaking the line half field. He's trying to look across. A little bit far ahead of Jude. I think Jude is already tired already. He looks a little gassed. It's Houston, Texas. It is hot down there. Although they're indoors, it's closed. A nice 72 degrees there, but it's in the upper 90s Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in probably in the 30, like plus 30 Celsius maybe. If it's 72 inside, that's like what? 22, 23 Celsius? That's the thing about these American stadiums, if they made them where... Hey, yeah, man. Pintus, man. Método Pintus. Okay, Rudiger with Rashford. But it's an offside pass, so... Little scuffle there. Rudiger is erratic, man. Rudiger gets under your skin. I like that when I saw him in Chelsea, right? When he would go against Man City or Liverpool. And you kind of want that a little bit. And I saw that kind of erratic, tenacious, kind of get under your skin, kind of center back. The one that we maybe not so in your face about it, but the dude that obviously we knew he was like basically just a wrecking ball was Pepe. Yeah, Jude Bellingham. I think he's hitting the red line here. I think he's revving a little bit too much. I think the goal got him a little hyped up. But what was I saying? He's a lunatic. For sure, man, for sure. But you know what? I love it. We need somebody with that kind of character type so that no, forwards that tend to be, headaches, I guess, against other teams. You want a center back that just kind of puts his shoulder on the chest and says, "What's up? What do you want to do? Squat up." All right, here we go. Eriksen linking up with Garnacho, but they lose possession of the ball. And this is the thing that you got to see. What's interesting is how this midfield, being so compact in the middle, is how they release itself. Here comes Vinny on a run between 4 Manchester United players, still finding a way to get around it, but getting pushed out of possession of the ball. By guess who? Bruno Fernandes. So I think it's preventative, but it's also correlation to the injury he had towards the end of the season with Borussia Dortmund. I think he still hasn't taken care of the issue because I think he wants to see if it's the compatriots there. Casemiro making a nice tackle on Rodrigo, but putting him out. So yeah, I think this is probably going to be a good first half we're going to watch, because after this, I think there's going to be a lot of rotation. So we'll see how this goes. But once again, Camavinga intercepting the pass, finding Vinicius out on the left, 1v1, crossing it in and a little bit too high. Good idea though. But hey, Joselu, right? He needs a good cross. That dude will put it in for you. I need to see a good game from Joselu. I didn't get to watch the first half of the first game against AC Milan. Let me clear my throat and drink some water here. All right, here comes Man United. Good job from Jude Bellingham, just basically take out Garnacho from that phase of the game. Here comes Camavinga. He has to touch the ball. Going wide. Give the pass. It was earlier. He had a good play there with Rodrigo and Vinicius to make a good run, but did an extra touch. And then I think Mason Mount got to him. Now we got to compose it. Let's keep rotating that ball. I want to know your thoughts so far. What are your thoughts? We're 30 minutes in. Good pass to find Fran Garcia as he gets inside the box. He's going to cross it in low. Trying to find someone. I think it was Vinicius by the penalty spot. But it gets rebounded off of a Man U player. Carvajal having the ball. Getting pressured on the back. But I think he gets stopped on by Garnacho as they're rotating it back in the center. And such a harsh pass there to find Fran Garcia. But the idea was there. Carvajal down. That's not good to watch. But yeah, 30 minutes in. What are your thoughts? What do you think is going on here? How do you view the team? How do you feel? How do you feel about these players starting? Obviously, the formation, the style that we're playing. I love our pressure, though. Tchouaméni's just balling out, man. Tchouaméni, my goodness. Oh, I think this is his season. I honestly think this is his season. If they just give him, if they loosen the reins on this kid, and what I mean by that is, like, if they give him the opportunity to say, hey, like if Carlo, what he did with Valverde last season, would tell him like, hey, I need more goals from you. If they do that with Tchouaméni, I mean, Tchouaméni has a sniper rifle of a leg. And if he takes that shot, I mean, think of the one, if it would have gone in against Man City. I mean, I'm just telling you, look at that one shot. If that wasn't saved, the only ones that I think that are just not really doing good, but I think it's just based off the phase of the game and how we're playing, is Vini and Rodrigo are just, this is not their style. They're not, they shouldn't be your two reference up top. Maybe one of them. Okay, here comes Vini with Varane. Trying to find Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham, as he's trying to take a shot, he's dribbling around. He's putting on his left, but he has to step out. And I think he's hurt. Or he's laying on the ball, actually. It's perfect. I like this. That's the British in him. I think the initial shot was there if he would have taken it, but I think Eriksen was going to get there to the ball. But he takes it on his left. Gets blocked by what is it? Wan-Bissaka? Yeah. If Carlo has any shame, Tchouaméni starts. He should definitely start. Carlo Ancelotti's trouble should be what he does with the other three midfielders. If this is going to be the formation with like the diamond and we have a DM, there should be no deny that Tchouaméni, this is his. But what the kid is offering now, he looks plugged in, he looks focused, he looks just ready to eat the world alive. I honestly believe it. I think this is his season. There was, you could say, like 5 to 7 minutes of play where earlier on, Man U were kind of like on it a little bit, where Tchouaméni was just overwhelmed a little bit because everybody else was not in the place they needed to be. Look at Fran Garcia. Look for Fran Garcia, bro. Vini. That's the thing with Vini, man. I love Vini. But you gotta look for something, man. Look for the option, brother. It might even open it up for you so that you can take the shot. Maybe he'll pass it right back. It's just, that's the thing you got to see about Vini. I liked Vini's tenacity in courage basically to take the ball and try to get the 1v1. But at some point, you got to realize I can't always just beat everyone. Now, he's going to try it. Don't get me wrong. But you got to link up because you got other guys running with you. And you make them run pointless runs with nothing there. I think there's a handball there. No? On Bissaka? Camavinga fouling. I think it's Eriksson. As they were trying to get a quick counter there.
Partido muy entretenido en estos 35 primeros minutos que llevamos. Muchas ocasiones de gol para los dos equipos, la verdad, que han tenido los dos bastante ocasiones más en Madrid.
100%. No, yeah, it's just like I think, and this is new for them too, this two pairing up top. They're used to having, ooh, that collision. Who's number 7? That's Mason Mount, I think. Garnacho to find Rashford, going across, having to find someone. I don't know how this still didn't go in. Casemiro trying to take a shot, but that was weak. Yeah. He ventures out a lot. I think in Inter, I think there's a couple games, even then, he gave up some couple goals where he was not in the right spot. He was just too far out. Lulin there, I think, good idea. Obviously, you have to go attack the guy who's attacking your first post. But I think he was just a little late, but still enough to not get that ball in the net. That's a good moment right there for Man United. That was like around the 36th minute, so mental note. Who got kicked out of the national team? I'm trying to remember now. This, yeah, the pairing of Rodrigo and Vinny right now, it's too narrow. They're too close to each other. So the defense, the back line for Man United doesn't really necessarily look that troubled unless like it's on pace and on the run. Oh, Onana did. What? Oh, Onana? Oh, that sucks. Who? What's his team again? I don't want to say the wrong African team. But yeah, I'm trying to find the. I was mentioning way earlier. I forgot to mention because I just saw the icon. It's the Discord, and the Discord is Managing Madrid. Hopefully, if I'm trying to get the link here. Let me ask the Discord real quick.
Ahora Bruno Fernández. Sacaron la capitanía a Maguire.
Y creo que si no juega
titularidad a Maguire.
Si no juega nunca.
Y es Bruno Fernández el capitán. Está en venta.
¿Quién? ¿Bruno Fernández o Maguire?
Maguire, pero por ahora Harry Maguire va a continuar.
Let's see. With this new formation, will Vinny leave the line for Fran Garcia? In all honesty, I think the formation allows it to. It's just if Vinny wants to. Because you'll find out that Vinny's going to start getting frustrated that he's not getting the ball where he wants it. Where the idea is with space and on the run. And you can't really get that space when you're like right there with the center back. So what Vinny will do is obviously go to the left and try to pin or pull a center back away or be paired up with the left back or the right back. That's why I don't think this diamond will work for Vinny. Just doesn't suit it. We can't bench him. Listen, he's young, and I think he ends up he knows his strength, and you can't deny that from the player. It's the cards we're dealt with right now with the players that we have, right? There's this saga that everybody's talking about in every social media platform, and I think that's where it's just coming down to. But there's nothing wrong with this, because I think that's the thing. The diamond formation is benefiting the midfield. Not so much about, you know, the attack, because the idea is, can this midfield handle what a lot of teams last season were basically just chopping us down, like what Man City was doing with their box midfield. He only has to face one or two on the line, but more in the middle. Yep. Yeah. It's a narrow formation. That's why everything from the defense and up, right? That is just so narrow. Joe Mini doing God's work for sure, man. It's a clean tackle. Getting whacked too. Twice. All right, here we go. And here comes the Argentinian Lisandro Martinez doing his thing again. He needs a deck in the face, honestly. I'm sorry that I sound pretty bad about that, but this is one of the things I had frustration with Lisandro, even in the World Cup. He does this. He's Argentinian. This is a South American ball, right? This is the frustration to lay you out, and it's gonna take someone that takes the courage to whack him. See, that tackle was late and no need. That should be a red to me, just for the nonsense and the stupidity behind the tackle, because he's close to a second late. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. For the size of this player, he's like a region of Macherano, right? These guys don't have height, so they got to put body on you. This Fran Garcia thing, man, I'm gonna love so much. But seeing this play right now, how Vinny, my gosh, man, they're just trying to whack him. Go wide, go wide, go wide. There you go. As he's trying to find Carvajal in the box, he's trying to pass it back with Vinny. Vinny's going inside to lose his possession, and that's the end of the play. So Vinny walking back, but everybody else is trying to apply that pressure to win the ball back, which they end up doing with Carvajal. And now they have the ball again, and here we go. Good from Jude. And Rodrigo just out of possession, but the idea was there from Luka Modric. But yeah, about Lisandro, it's just this is the way they got to do it, as they are the last man. I remember playing this one Argentinian team in our over 30. Across, he saw Fran. Something in my nose. Yeah, we're missing the point, man. For sure. I think that's it. I think that's the thing with this two up top, is that you got to have a guy that's your target man, and the other guy is the one that causing the trouble with the runs, right? That has the pace, the one that he can lay it off to, and then as he left it off, and more than likely a wide pass, like a wide through pass, he just now trots inside the box waiting for that pass right back. But these two guys are so used to being so wide. We know Rodrigo, obviously we know his best position is to be on the left, but he won't be able to do that if Vinny's there. Look how far Vinny has to drop, because he just feels not involved. He's frustrated as a player, right? You're not in your position.
quebradizo está, ¿eh? Fíjate que sale del área, entra, va a la derecha, va a la izquierda, dependiendo de dónde va la jugada.
Yeah, they're both of them are pretty lightweight. They get easily bodied.
Pelota a Wan-Bissaka.
Ay, Bruno.
So the problem with Man U is just
Bruno Fernández.
they can't really get progressive. So 1 minute of additional time.
Acá viene un pelotazo de Rüdiger muy fuerte.
No se podría dar la mano, Rüdiger.
And Vinny getting frustrated
Casemiro, ¿eh?
because he's not getting the looks that he wants.
Vinicius.
This is gonna be a problem.
Y claro, es un pelotazo.
But I'd rather have them deal with this. Man, I feel like I have a booger in my freaking nose.
Eriksen.
I think it's because of this fan blowing right in my face, probably kicking all this dust in my face.
Garnacho. Bruno Fernández.
All right, here comes an attack. Camavinga doing a good job at cover for Fran Garcia, which we know that's in him, right?
Para el conjunto inglés.
That left back in him.
Esto ya se termina. Bruno Fernández.
Oh, yeah. That's the problem with good tackle from Fran Garcia.
Pide una falta.
Vinny just trying to do the impossible here.
Y el árbitro dice que
And that's
termina
it.
el primer tiempo.
Calling it halftime.
El Real Madrid.
Um,
Está ganando el Manchester United
for sure, there's going to be rotations.
con un golazo de Jude Bellingham.
But I want to see what you guys think. Let me go ahead and mute this. And it is halftime. I just want to see your thoughts. I'm going to go to SofaScore just to kind of get maybe a glimpse on their stats so far. Just first impressions here. All right, they're giving it 51% ball possession for Man United with the 49% to Real Madrid. 7 total shots for Real Madrid to the 5 of Man U. 2 shots on target for Real Madrid, 2 shots off target, and 3 blocked shots. 2 corners, and Man U has none. Surprisingly, 1 offside, which is for Man United. 5 fouls. 1 yellow card, which we just saw about Lisandro Martinez. Yeah, the key one big chance miss is that Mason Mount one. That one, or it could be the Rashford one. So we're doing good. We're getting shots inside the box, which is 4. 3 outside the box. It looks like Man U is edging on passes with 295 to 286. Also with accuracy with 89% of that. They're also getting the long balls, 15 out of 23. And so far, they got 1 out of 2 crosses. Hey, Guti. Dude, Jude, you got to tell me, Jude and Chouameni. I think right now, yeah, Fran Garcia or Fran and Vinny messing with. Poor kid, man. He looks lost a little bit there. He looked a little gassed in that last instance right there before they blew the whistle. That's just the good thing about Fran Garcia. He offers you both phases of the game. Although there was that one stretch that we noticed. I think we noticed that he was getting a little bit overwhelmed in that phase where I think it was around the 15th to 20th minute where Man U was actually on it, where he was getting beat in the channel between him and Alaba. And there was this one moment where you see Alaba just getting onto him because they were just beating him because he's so focused on a guy that's so far wide, which was funny is that you would see, obviously, Wan-Bissaka, but the other guy that was really kind of causing trouble there was Mason Mount. He was trying to get into that thing. Casemiro and Varane. Listen, I think after now they have, well, Varane has more seasons, but with Casemiro, I think he understands, it was a time. Yeah, the new form, it's interesting. Most people, I mean, some people are okay with it, some people don't, but we'll see what happens. I'm trying to see if there's any link in regards to sharing the Discord here. Ooh, okay. Man, the Discord is awesome just for the fact that you just find really good people and good conversations. It's not like, you know, the mess that we find in other platforms. And it's Madridistas. It's guys that want to talk about the team and want to be logical in their conversations and stuff. I'm gonna copy and paste this link. Let's see if this is the one that works. Let's see. I'll send it. And that is the Discord link for you to join if you want to join the Managing Madrid Discord. So it's the Managing Madrid podcast Discord. And we got like over 1,000 members. And as of right now, we got like around 70-something people online and more than likely watching it and just talking about it with everybody else. So kind of like really just mention it. Obviously the goal comes in the 6th minute, and listen, ESPN does this every time, and that's why I don't listen to Disneyland, because we all know Mickey Mouse is a culé. But that link I just put on the chat, if you, like I said, if you want to be part of it, it's a great community. It's based off the podcast of Managing Madrid with Kian Sabani, and I've met the guy, I said 2 years ago, and I'm gonna go ahead and see him this Sunday after the Clásico, as he's gonna have his post-match live recording podcast. And so I'm also be meeting with our Peña as the Clásico arrives, and we'll be hosting several other Peñas across the country of the United States. And so it's going to be a good weekend as the Clásico is coming upon us. New formation and the chemistry amongst our players right now. I think when you look at the lineup, this is actually not a bad, lineup for a good La Liga matchup. I like the hustle. I like the intensity. For the first time, a bit of pace and wanting to actually recover and win the ball back. I think we haven't seen that in I don't know how long. Let's see if there's anything else that we might need to talk about. I'm gonna check the Twitter world. But yeah, I think everybody around is being impressed by the by Fran Garcia right now. Tchouaméni, man. Tchouaméni. I'm gonna go ahead and put a pause to this. Until halftime. I'm gonna go see if I can get something to eat. If you're in the chat, you guys want to talk it up there, awesome. I'm noticing that there is also like a space on Twitter. KD, I see him posting something on there if you guys want to go and join that. What changes you think Carlo will make? I think the majority of them is going to happen. So I think he's just going to go ahead and just get... I think Jude Bellingham is calling it a night, or he's going to get 50 minutes. 50 to 60. Luka Modric, I think... I don't know. Luka Modric might get a sub. I think they're saving Fede Valverde for the Clásico. And if he's going to get anything, it's going to be very, very small. Toni Kroos is going to go in, I think, as well, just to get his legs moving, circulate the blood. Joselu is going to go up there. I might even see Brahim Diaz. I think he's going to be there as well. The back line, I think it's going to be that window of like 50 to 60 minutes. I say maybe 3 or 4 changes at halftime. But I think he's still going to go with that formation. I think he still needs to see how he does with this formation, with plugging in and plugging out certain players. Because right now, I mentioned it before about Vinny. in this formation, the two pairing up top, it's not going to work for Vinny if he doesn't have someone to link up, because basically Rodrigo and him are doing the same thing. They want to either dribble it with on a run to get the center backs backpedaling and running towards goal, their own goal, or they want to be wide and then trying to see if they can get the 1v1. But they're not references to, you know, receive the ball and then lay it off. Fede, Kroos, Nacho, Mendy, Vasquez, Militao warming up. There you go. So there goes your majority of your back line. And Fede and Kroos, yep, there goes your midfield. I have a feeling it might be... Ooh, that'd be interesting. It would be surprising if he took Tchouaméni out. I think he did phenomenal, but that might be it for him, right? Like, good, you did a good job. Pat on the back, like, now rest. But I think he needs more time. But, like, again, that might be saving him for the Clásico, because these guys have to fly from Houston to Dallas, which is like a 45-minute flight. Like I was saying, I think I'm going to go ahead and just put a pause to the stream. Not the stream is going to stop. It's just going to have, like, we'll be back screen, and then we'll just jump in leading up right to halftime. See something happen to my feed here. I want to make sure that I'm not losing my feed. This is the only thing I hate about ESPN. Okay. I'm trying to see the Discord if they say anything. Opinions, brother. It's nice to have you on the server, man. I'm glad you're in it, man. You're gonna enjoy it. The conversations we have, I'm telling you, when you look at the spaces and you look at the channels, because like I told you, when you look at the Discord, we have different channels. So we have the Masculino, which is the first team, right? The men's team. Femenino, we talk about that. Castilla. Juvenil. So we even go to Juvenil A, right? And then we talk about transfers. Then we have the Match Hub, which is basically we go ahead and put every information we can about the game that we're about to watch. And then everybody just kind of joins the chat there if you want to be part of that as well. There's times that we have watch parties. So sometimes we, depending on the season, one things that I did before, I would stream an old game that we just maybe want to watch from, you know, back in the days and have that nostalgic feeling. And then, and so, yeah, currently right now there's a Manchester United, Real Madrid match hub. So they have cool conversations going on there too. And we have another chit chat channel where we just talk about anything, right? It could be sports, it could be things that are going around the world. And so it's a pretty neat thing. So introduce yourself, man. It'll be cool to have you in the chat, have you in the conversations there and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a pause here for me, just to kind of recover, blow out my nose, if anything, if I do have a booger. Get a drink of water, clear my throat, maybe snack a little bit here and there. It is I think there is another game ESPN's talking about. I think it's the Arsenal versus Barcelona. See how that goes. I want to join the Twitter Spaces for that one. But yeah, this gives me a time to kind of check on the other stuff too that's going on before it's already time to go ahead and get going. So if you're sticking around, thank you so much, by the way. If you haven't already, I have a couple videos that I'm still in the process of editing to drop, hopefully within this week or next week on the YouTube channel. I wanted to go ahead and do a live stream and get things going. But hopefully, yes, I get to drop a video for sure, and hopefully projects that I have in mind in regarding to what I want to do with the channel. So I hope you're enjoying the stream. If you do, like I said, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and if anything, just drop a like. I appreciate you guys in the chat, you know, joining me in this watch along. And so if you have any other questions or anything like that, let's keep the conversation going. But like I said, stick with me. It's just going to be a be right back screen, and I'll put something in the background. I'll look for music. Let me see if I can find some music. Now I'll just play something in the background, and then let's see what we can find here. I don't want to be too loud. I don't want to be too loud. don't know if I could hear it. At 75%. Let me fast forward the song. Maybe something. That's something. All right. So, a la Madrid for sure. I'll be right back. Okay. So stick around, or go get something. Go to the restroom. Do something, and then just join us back for the second half to see the rest of the lineup and what Carlo Ancelotti does, and see if we can pull off a win here. And I'll be right back. All right, kickoff is about to start off. If you're still with me, thank you so much. I hope I didn't lose you. But everybody who's here, man, awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. You know, slowly but surely. Hopefully this improves, and hopefully production value improves and stuff. But here we go, Real Madrid kicking off in the second half. They were just showing the substitutions and I just missed it. So let me go ahead and check and see who they were. So Bellingham out, Tchouaméni out, Rudiger out, Alaba out, and Fran Garcia out. So Valverde goes in, Toni Kroos, Nacho, Militao, and Mendy. You called it. Good job, Hassan. You called it. I don't know if they did it for any changes from the other team. Nothing from Man U then, right? Already Rodrigo getting a ball. Uh-oh. Dang, elbowed across the face. The South Americans will meet at one point. Or like some Coleman Bowl or anything. Yeah, no changes for United. Man, this pitch reminds me of the Bernabeu this past season. With how many times he had to repitch it. Here we go. We're trying to keep ball again and just the same ideas. Move the team around. Mendy has to do something, right, to keep his job. Awesome. Good pass. Pass it in. Ooh, in the 6-yard box, but just finding the heel of somebody. And we got the ball back again. And so here comes Vasquez as he's just moving it around. Camavinga, I think, has been... I'm trying to understand where Camavinga's at. Is he now going to be the point of the diamond? I think that's the thing. These guys interchange with each other. So, like, when someone points and starts going forward, I think the other one just rotates and stays on the other side. You guys hear me? Okay, the mic is on. Okay. Is he playing the 10? I think so. You're probably right. Yeah, you're right. Toni Kroos being Toni Kroos, man. What a pass. Here comes Fede Valverde. Camavinga being a little bit of trouble. And he does. He loses possession. It's back to Man United. Rudiger was so good in the first half. If Militao doesn't sort himself out, it's not looking for... I don't think Militao's going to lose this spot. I think we know what Carlo thinks about Militao. The man was willing to put him in the second leg of the Man City game. Up. Do it now, man. Why you wait? Ooh. Fede Valverde already doing his thing. He already knocked down a satellite. Houston, we have a problem. If you lose TV signal, we know who to blame. Somebody got decapitated in the stands, man, with that shot from Fede. See that pass that Onana did? He just lucked out there. He does those things. He does those mistakes. Ooh, Wan-Bissaka trying to find somebody there. Okay, so let's... Good for Real Madrid, right? Well, but the thing is that when you look across, now you see the opponent and what they're trying to achieve and what they're trying to do in the Premier League. I don't know. I don't know if this Man U team is going to be ready for a title run. I think they're still trying to figure out their chops. What a cross inside, but Lunin just calmly things. Okay, Cancelo. My thing with Cancelo is there seems to be a bad juju going on with him because everywhere he goes, there's just not a great response from the manager. Good exit from Toni Kroos to find Lucas Vazquez as he was getting pressed there. Made it look so easy. I mean, Fede Valverde. And so, yeah, with Cancelo, I think that's what I'm trying to say. I think there's just such a bad, weird funk going on with him. Just seems like everywhere he goes is just not going well with him. Since he made the move to Man City, not even Pep wants him. Sends him out to Bayern Munich. Not even Bayern Munich wants him. I don't know if they just because they didn't want to pay for it. Here comes a good attack from Man United as Garnacho's trying to take the 1v1. He finds Bruno Fernandes, and Bruno Fernandes try to put it inside the 6-yard box. A shot inside, but being diverted by Nacho as this thing goes right for a corner for Man U. All right, so a little blunder here from when do you think they should have scored that? Oof. If it was somebody else, we would have got punished there. So it goes back again, like with the sudden change of players. What a progressive pass there from Camavinga to already put Luka Modric already halfway through the field. And here comes a good play. Here comes Mendy. What is wrong with this man? What is wrong with Mendy, man? This guy's left-footed, and he still can't get a left-footed crossing. Like I don't get it. I don't know. I like the guy defensively, but my goodness, good from Lucas Vazquez there. We're starting getting good streaks. I think now both teams are now at it. New season, same Mendy. Well said. All right, Mason Mount here. But what I was going to say is with Man U and their contention for the title and to see if they can cause any trouble for Man City or if there's anybody that's going to go ahead and cause any trouble. I can tell you right now, Man U is not the team, I don't think. I'm actually interested in to see Liverpool. But I just saw that they tied against a 2nd or 3rd division German team. So I don't know then. I don't know ball. Tchouameni's absence already showing for sure. Good ball there, but too short. Wan-Bissaka picks it up to find Eriksen. Eriksen go ahead and find Casemiro as he takes it into the belly button of the field. As he finds Garnacho, Alejandro Garnacho. As he's doing bicycles left and right. Does nothing. But his old teammate, Toni Kroos, see if he can take the ball away. As Man U rotates this ball to the left side to Wan-Bissaka and Bruno Fernandes. I think that was Mason Mount, actually. Are we going to have a Onana mess up right now in this game? Like a blunder, like a howler of a pass for like Vinny to put it in the net? I just already see it. Minute 53. Actually, a minute 54 now. Wan-Bissaka as he's trying to ping it. I don't know who's he trying to find, but Nacho just heads it back down to find Camavinga. Camavinga rotates it to Mendy. That's for sure, man. I don't know about Mendy, man. It's interesting. I think if there's any team, it's probably going to be somewhere in France. Like I don't know if Olympique Lyon is going to go ahead and just get him back, or they're just saying no way. Jude also helped with the high pressing, but Luka is old. Yeah, I think just because of hierarchy, they're going to give these kind of games to Luka. Just occurred to me, that we have Luca and Tony on the Oh man. Sudden shift, huh? With possession.
Bajó mucho el juego de los dos. La velocidad es...
The compatriots, Lisandro trying to find Garnacho. Trying to have Lucas Vasquez to turn all the way around. Trying to take a whiff at it, but nothing, man. What's up with these teams? Casemiro trying to take a shot. These also, like, poor defending outside the edge of the box is not good because these guys are running in super slow. And so the guys that are actually coming in and attacking the box at the end, making those late runs, our guys are like trotting back still facing our goal. Like in that play, you see like Toni Kroos and our defenders in the midfield basically just trotting back, still facing our side. What a shot from Garnacho. We didn't have to make a shot here, or a save, I mean. So Man U picking up their momentum. Outside the 16-yard box, takes a good shot. Good save for Lunin, though. Not necessarily too difficult at the first post. But Man U at it for sure. They're catching Real Madrid at a basically a reset, just because these guys are just basically playing with each other. Crossed in from Eriksen to find someone. Lunin just punches it out as he collides with Casemiro, I think. Wan-Bissaka holds on to the ball, try to recycle that ball around. Luke Shaw to Eriksen, back to Luke Shaw as he points to Wan-Bissaka to go inside, but Lisandro Martinez has it, and as they just hold it on, trying to ding it across to find someone. And I think it was Bruno Fernandes. I think they're trying to find those channels again that I was mentioning before between our center backs and our fullback. Because these fullbacks, except for one that we brought in for a fullback, which is Mendy, but Lucas Vasquez is not a fullback. So you're now noticing that on our right side, they're now attacking and overwhelming that channel, and those half spaces, channels, I guess you could call. Something that I think when we went against Man City, we got exposed in those channels. Pass it. There you go. Mendy, you're left-footed, my guy. Did they lie on his scouting report that he was left-footed? Can you guys look it up? What was his scouting report, man? My goodness. Across inside for a corner kick. Just to see if there's like a little blunder, but my goodness. Another corner. Onana just not getting his punches right. Here comes Luka Modric as he plays it short to Vinny. Still playing it, still getting outside the box to find Toni Kroos. Toni Kroos is going to try to take it, but he just recirculates it. Try to find a cross, but Onana gets to it. All right, here comes Lisandro as he's taking it almost all the way to find a long pass to find Marcus Rashford as he's going 1v1 against Nacho. Nacho still blocking as both him and Militao stop it. Nacho is down. Nacho is down. Nacho is down. Nacho is down. I don't know if it's the pitch and based off the losing of his footing, he's grabbing his knee pretty bad. This is not good for Nacho right now wearing the captain's band because he is our captain, but I think he felt a tweak on his knee. So as he's, staying in front of Marcus Rashford, he gets turned, and as Marcus Rashford's going to go ahead and take a shot, he loses his footing and he tweaks his knee as he makes a lunge. I don't know if he collides with Militao's cleats. Yeah, that's what it is. His knee just goes straight to the bottom of Militao's cleat as he's trying to stop to block it. He looks good. I thought he tweaked his knee. The way he was grabbing like the inside. All right, Joselu, the guy that I'm here to watch. And Brahim Diaz. as Man U is ready to make their changes as well. Wan-Bissaka, you're almost fumbling it as they're trying to find a long pass. I think that's the end for Vinny and Rodrigo. Not what they were looking for. At this point, if we now have Joselu and Brahim, I think the things that I was hearing from people that watched the game were saying that it's just these guys couldn't have or didn't have an idea who to cross it to. You know, touch it well, move it around, but to what? What are we doing? I'm here to watch Joselu, bro. I need to see this guy because I am building his stock, and if I don't get that stock up, we might have to go to the British Isle to find that Ivan Toney. But right now, I'm trusting. I'm gonna see what Joselu does. All right, so big changes going on here with Man U. Looks like Maguire. Wow, it's a lot of people. Basically the whole squad. Garnacho out, Casemiro out, Varane out. Oh yeah, a lot of players. So it's just basically everybody. Please. No. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to my stocks. I'm gonna wait for it to blow up. All right, Lindelof. Oh, I missed it. Let me see the. All right, let's see. Oh, they haven't announced it here yet. ESPN, here we go. I hope he's in the conversation, but let's be real. I think the only award he can get is the 12th man, if that's even a thing. Or maybe like I was gonna say like an award, you know, when they do like for somebody that does a good charity or something like that. All right. We're now just over the hour mark. We got 30 minutes of just basically seeing what this team can offer. I think the two up top in the first half, just it's not their system. This diamond formation is not their thing. So, you know, that's why Rodrigo and Vinny didn't have their looks. It's just because they're not true pairing of a forwards. Did they already do the Rodrigo? Yeah, Rodrigo's off already. So Rodrigo. All right, Vinny and Joselu. I think to me that's the starting lineup. That should be the starting lineup. If Joselu scores against Man United, we just need to go ahead and start posting pictures of him in the Newcastle kit. Yeah. And the thing is, like, with that formation, you would assume that there should be an actual 9, but that 9 has to be so far deep, right? Like, he's a false 9, if that's even a thing. But for them to be the two top reference, it's just, it's so hard because these guys just, they can't bring the ball down well. They are relying on, you know, brushing off, or the defender blunders it, and then they just, obviously in the run. Rodrigo can play as a shadow striker. I don't know about Vinny. Oh, yeah. You're right. Rodrigo can do that role. He can play off a forward, but more like Stoke City. The problem would be if what a save from Lunin. I think it would be better. I'll turn this off if McTominay scores tonight. So Man U playing way better with the new players in the field than we are so far. Well, so far, right? Like the small samples here. Joselu playing it off, finding Vinny in the run. Joselu making that trot, finding Brahim Diaz. Joselu! Oh! Almost. See what I mean? So even in this play, that was a good example of what Joselu can offer you, right? He holds on to the ball. the focus is no longer like always going forward. He held it, found Vinicius in the middle. Vini finds that run from Brahim Diaz, but obviously lost his footing. But he looked inside in a dangerous spot, and Onana looked like he was in no man's land. And Joselu obviously just wasn't anticipating for that one because he thought the initial play was going to come from Brahim Diaz.
Madrid se escucha en Houston, Texas.
And honestly, Guti, I think it just really comes down to who we play. Like, I think if we know we can expose a back line with Vini and Rodrigo, I think we can do it in La Liga with, like, some teams. But it can't happen in the big nights. I just think, like, teams figure out what both Vini and Rodrigo do. So I think now when you bring in Joselu, it brings something else different because this is something that there's not much sample data for teams to basically, like, you know, have training videos and, like, they're scouting and they're kind of analyzing a little bit of the game because it's not something that they've seen before. So here comes Rodriguez as he's trying to cross it in. Whoa! What I'm telling you guys, when we start learning how to cross it, a phase that we have not been doing for quite some time. We had a Cristiano Ronaldo who we knew that if we just crossed it in, this dude was going to put his forehead through that ball and that thing was going to go in. Joselu offers you that aerial attack. And look at that one cross from a player that was used to crossing the ball to Cristiano Ronaldo. I was talking about it in La Liga. Oh, yeah, for sure. I 100% agree with you. 100% agree. If it's in La Liga, we got it. I don't mind that kind of, like... But they got to understand, though, that this is what's going to happen. Because I think Vinny's is used to a certain way. Now, in the last two kind of plays, Vinny's more central and playing almost like a shadow striker a little bit. Was playing very central and deep. Man, I think that train is long gone, man. It was a wonderful time. All right, here comes a switch of play. Mendy waiting for it for a long time. Camavinga does a good job recover, but loses it a little bit there. I think he's tired. If Manu scores here, now we know why. We need to go ahead and take Camavinga off. I think he's tired. Like, he's just, you can tell he's just not concentrated in the phase of the game. All right, we're trying to slow it down. Look how Joselu's at. For being a striker, he understands that he can use the majority of the width of the field. He's not going to be central in any phase of the game. Give the pass. What are we doing? How did Vinny and Rodrigo? In all honesty, I think they did what they could. I don't think it's their best night. I think Vinny right now is actually doing a little bit better with Joselu because Joselu's not occupying that area because that's what I think we saw a lot in the first half is Rodrigo almost shoulder to shoulder with Vinny in some runs. Like, they're doing the exact same thing. I don't get how that doesn't go in from a corner kick. Play very well, Guti. They need an outlet, and Jude at the top of the diamond gave him that. Yeah, that's one way to view it too. Maybe I said it wrong. All right, so it's a yellow from Camavinga. So I would just say that's it for Camavinga. I think it's no point for him to play. Yeah. Other nights, that's a perfect tackle from Camavinga, but tonight, just a little bit tad late. To me, he's a little tired. I think he doesn't know where he's playing because that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out who's the DM, right? Because there's times that you see Toni Kroos
Cambio de Maguire.
fairly deep between him and Camavinga, but there's moments that you see Camavinga drop deeper, having to do more of the cleanup for Toni Kroos.
Cambio del portugués.
Arribas is not part of the team, so I think it's more than likely Nico Paz.
Muy participativa.
What is Mendy doing?
Mucho contacto con la pelota, la pide permanentemente.
He's like walking around, just ball watching. He's gonna get. Don't tell me he's gonna get cooked by somebody.
¿Qué contaló, Sancho? Nada. Mucho amague. Mucho toquecito. No pasa nada.
Forget about the debate around the best position. Camavinga is an excellent footballer. Period.
Sancho hacia atrás.
Lucas Negretti. He's good. I don't. Yeah, I mean, slot him in where you want. He's gonna perform. He's just an elite athlete and just a baller. I mean, he knows the moment. He's grown into it. He's been tested in the fire. But what we know about Mendy, what we know about Camavinga though, is that he will get tired though, because we just end up using him a little bit. And that's the thing. We just gotta know when to use him right. And he's young though. All right, Nico Paz going in for number 7, which that is Vini's night tonight. I think there was kind of like 2 or 3. No, I say like a good 5 minutes in the second half that actually looked really good. Vini did really well in some of the build-up play. Just not his night, because this is just not the formation that they're used to. The way Benzema plays in the tight spaces. I don't know where that comment went. We should just play off Rudiger left. I don't think he wants to play there anymore. I think he feels comfortable as a center back. I mean, I love watching Rudiger play. It still bothers me that he didn't play in the second leg against Man City. Like, it's a thing, I think, a wound that still hasn't healed. Just makes no sense. Look at Mendy. You're lucky he left his leg there, because I don't. He lost the ball there. What are your thoughts on the kit? I'm gonna wait to get mine. I'm not gonna jump into it yet, but the home kit looks fire, man. Especially with the long sleeve. Just no one's wearing a because they're down in Houston. No one's gonna be wearing a long sleeve. All right, and there goes Harry Maguire. All right, 67,801 in today's attendance. All right, so watch what's gonna happen in the Clásico. How many people are gonna show up for that one? All right, Mendy. Nothing about Mendy goes forward. Nothing about Mendy. He has no bone that wants to go forward in his body. Yeah, when the game kicked off with the, it was close to 96 Fahrenheit. But Houston is known for its humidity, for being so close to the coast. So being 96, it probably felt like it was 112 with the humidity. But they're indoors. They're in the NRG Stadium where the Houston Texans play. So it's an indoor stadium. Typically there they'll have like around 72 Fahrenheit, which is like 22 Celsius. So it's nice inside for everyone. But it's humid for sure though in Houston. Houston is known for its humidity and heat. All right, Sancho thinking the ref was playing for his team. So this is the thing I was saying about Brahim Diaz. I think Brahim Diaz just doesn't understand what's going to happen with a good shot from Anthony. Is Anthony Brazilian? Someone needs to check his passport.
Fíjate que ha tenido oportunidades, ha enganchado para el medio, le han pegado todo, pero no acierta la bajar.
Birth certificate or something. I always say that about Anthony and Rafinha. Like, I don't think these guys are Brazilian.
Militao con Lucas Vázquez.
Yep.
Corta Williams. La pelota para Sancho, no le sale una a Sancho. Otro jugador por lo cual pagaron fortuna.
Joselu is training right now, and he should, man. I'm happy for him. I know it's a loan. I know it's one season. He's back home. He knows all about it. Right? He was a prospect. He just came out at the wrong time. I mean, he came out the wrong. What a pass from Camavinga to find Nico Paz. Nico Paz trying to hold on to it as he actually beats two defenders. But where's the foul? Being pulled by two guys. Ball recovery there, as Toni Kroos now has it, trying to compose the game. Joselu was making the run there, my guy. Camavinga now. That's something I'm going to look up to see if they even offer it in this stats. It's because he offers something, I think, that we haven't seen in a while. And so because we gotten used to Benzema for so long, we haven't seen a forward like this. And this is the problem with the formation that we're playing, is that we will be exposed to the counters. The only problem right now I could say is that although we try to win the ball, it's the second ball that we suck at right now. Like, we can't win it. We poke the ball away. We manage to get it out of the ball's possession, but we just can't sustain it with the next pass. So we don't look good in this game. In any ways, could potentially end in a draw, just because this is not the best. This is not the best I've seen. Obviously, there has been a drop-off. United are seeing too much of the ball, and our control of the game is reduced to ball winning. I don't get Kroos's role. These guys are interchanging their roles, right? I don't want to say position because they just obviously they do that a lot, but it's who's doing what. Joselu winning the ball back. Look at that hustle, man. Look at him setting it up. And they're going to screw it up for him. Watch. I knew it. I knew it. Marcos, I was trying to find out a few days about Joselu's record against big teams in La Liga in Europe. It's not bad, I think. Especially top teams in La Liga, he's managed to get goals. I'm not saying he won, but that's the thing you need from a striker, is that if he's willing to do it with big teams. And that's not to say he hasn't scored against, the smaller teams, but he can be the man of the hour, and he can do that for you. He did it for a poor team. Like, look at this. Oh, if he was staying up, he could have. Onana's going to do something dumb if he hasn't already. So the role that I was talking about, whoever's the CDM, Camavinga, Toni Kroos, I don't think Fede Valverde is playing that, but it's between Toni Kroos and Camavinga. These guys are not understanding who's doing what role. Do you know how to access that information? Here, let me give you a website that I use. Do you know FBref? I go to that one, especially because you can go by the player profile and you can go ahead and basically see. Oh, just a bad tad bit short. That was a good idea, but Joselu. Are they playing a double pivot? Listen, If they're playing a double pivot, it doesn't look like it. Because then what is Fede Valverde doing? He just seems like he's helping just... I guess you could say it's probably right, because in all he's doing is just helping out Lucas Vázquez in that channel between him and Militao. Because you're not really seeing a much offensive Fede Valverde today. It's just confusing what Brahim Diaz or Nico Paz are doing, because at this point they're just really sitting far back. Look at Huselu though.
Le encantaría pegarle al borde del área, pero ya la perdió. Acá hay falta muy fuerte de Bruno Fernández. Con José Lu le está preguntando por qué, para qué esa patada de atrás en el minuto 80. Amonestado el capitán.
I like Huselu, man. I like his ability to just take... Go ahead. I mean, look how deep he is. And he's supposed to be up top. And he's winning the ball. Exactly. Winning the ball back well. And don't get me wrong, Benzema would do this, you know, occasionally. But as we got further and further to the current time, to last season, he would stop trying to engage in that kind of play because potentially it was a risk of getting injured. Look at Militao, finally winning it, colliding, and does the backflip. The Militao backflip, the back row here. We got it. It made its debut. We have to wait until like La Liga game. What's wrong with Bruno? He's an idiot, man. I hate him. I honestly do not like Bruno Fernandes. I think Brahim and Nico are just vibing at this point. And listen, I mean, I think they understand that the minutes are not going to be in their favor, and I don't know what Camavinga was doing there. I think there's where Toni Kroos gets mad, because it's putting Toni Kroos to make the cleanup. There's no point in Camavinga doing that. So to me, Carlo Ancelotti would be like, all right, dude, you did it enough. I like the first half. All right, it's just not working. But who is left? I'm trying to think who's left in the bench. Anybody know? Anybody know? Who's left in the bench? Well, either Guler can come in, but I don't think he's going to get minutes if he hasn't gone in yet. Yeah, but somebody has to play DM. And we gave up the ball. Lunin just giving it up. Toni Kroos just can't win the ball. What's going on here, man? Good job from Mendy. From shielding the ball, and there you go. I don't think either can play. Yeah, Courtois. Make Courtois play as a DM. Good. Keep it. It's a rash tackle. Oh. Fede Valverde, I think he lost it. His touch was just a little bit, so then why not go for a slide tackle? Probably put him out. He went. Ref. He won the ball. It's not his fault that. It's not his fault that the player fell. Well, that's it, because I don't think we're going to see Alaba in there. He's done. We're getting to the 84th minute. They're not going to do anything dumb here, right, where they do penalties. It's a brawl now. Well, I think Man United, as what they're trying to say, is that they didn't want to take this as friendlies. They were trying to prove something here. And good for them, I think. This Onana reminds me of that Ajax team, right? Where he ventured a little bit forward, and it was part of the build-up. People wanted to see that. Just means that there's one less person in the back, and he's part of that last line of the defense, obviously. So he's playing that sweeper keeper aggressively. All right, here comes the Brazilian, so-called Brazilian Anthony. McTominay trying to find someone, and Militao kicks it out as it ends up in the 6-yard box, but getting cleared out, and once again Anthony recovering the ball. Nico Paz trying to apply some pressure there with Brahim Diaz. With, I don't know who that is. Toni Kroos, what are you doing? And Camavinga doing, once again, a late tackle. United wasn't bad, they just is a striker. Yeah. I think they missed a couple chances too. I mean, they would have slotted in somebody else. So, okay, short play here. Kickoff, crossing it in. And Fede Valverde having to head it out as they're trying to bring that ball back inside. It looks like Man U is just actually trying to go for the draw now. They're tossing everybody up top. Somebody's open. Van der Beek is all open. Crossing it in, Camavinga having to get to it. Huselu now flicking it on. Somebody had to run across the field, and that's the game. I thought it was Onana for a second. Oh man, this play was actually looking good too. I thought honestly, I was like, what is Onana doing? It looked like when you're playing FIFA and you hold on Y to call out your goalkeeper and he's just going straight forward. Like somebody was holding Y. I gotta say too, man, I don't get how stadiums hire some of these people as security. They can't even run like 10 yards, man, and they're gassed. This has to be in favor of Real Madrid. It has to be our ball. Like, kick it back to us. Play it back. Rotate it. Well, yeah, he's wearing yellow, so that's what I thought. I was like, oh my God, he did something. Keep running, keep running. Keep pressuring that. Keep him here. Oh, shoot. Here we go. Militao. Lulin. Kroos having to make a save there from a kick. And Lulin having to save it there. What is happening? At this point, I wish it was Onana. Oof. I think at this point, we're just trying to survive. Look at Huselu laying it off. It's okay. Long cross. Here comes Onana. Heads it. Messes up. Finds Huselu. Huselu just couldn't bring it down. Camavinga, as he's messing around, he keeps the ball. All right, he's progressing forward. All right, Toni Kroos, stay back. Don't come up. Okay, Huselu. Finds Nico Paz. Nico Paz moves. No, he couldn't do it. So Toni Kroos, and they're rotating it. A diagonal pass to find Lucas Vazquez. Lucas Vazquez trying to cross it in. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my! Oh my days! Oh my days! Oh my days! Oh my! Oh my! And who crossed it? Who crossed it? This man has done this before. Lucas Vazquez is probably one of the best crossers, and he's playing as a freaking right back. What a cross and what a finish. First off, amazing diagonal pass from Toni Kroos. This man has now crossed 2 crosses with amazing finishes. One at Turin with Cristiano Ronaldo in the Champions League night. And this boss does it here against Man U. Did you see Onana? Yeah.
En pasajes del partido,
I gotta go watch my reaction to this because my God.
En pasajes del partido sí que tuvo la oportunidad
And that's it for the Red Army.
pero fueron muy escasas. Se defendió
Get those
muy bien
merchants
Madrid.
out of here and send them wherever they need to go.
Por eso tiene dos
So
goles.
they not only lose against Wrexham, they go ahead and lose against Real Madrid as well. Chapo, Huselu. And people told me about Huselu, remember? People criticized me about Huselu. People talked about Huselu. We're not going to... Well, I guess it's a season that we just have to call it. I told y'all cats, man. If you cross the ball to this dude, he will finish. Lucas Vasquez here. Look at the difference between... Look at the difference between Huselu. Look at this Huselu fight. Good. Good Huselu. I like that. They lost it. That's them.
Es un amistoso, saben que no lo van a echar.
Yeah, I know it's their tournament. I'm just saying though, not a good week for this Man United team that supposedly we're gonna watch the other game tonight. Oh, good idea.
La dio fuerte que si no,
But
estaba el tercero.
supposedly for the Premier League, right? Ten Hag finally has this little red army.
No fueron dos goles de cara.
I don't know about this. I think potentially they can get a top four. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think they're gonna trouble Man City or the likes of maybe Liverpool. I gotta watch some Liverpool games to be honest though. I think later tonight is gonna be the Barcelona and Arsenal one, so I'm curious about that one. Hassan, I'm telling you, brother, that goal. My goodness. Oof. I still get chills watching that. And it's all because of that little man, King Lucas the 17th. People like forget what Lucas Vasquez was in the era of the three-peat. Look at Mendy. Good. People should have been awake to watch that. And you just witnessed something amazing. Do you realize what you just witnessed? 3 minutes. We're getting close to that final time, and yeah, there's nothing to play for Man U. So I'm gonna be done here. By tomorrow, I hope that I can drop like a little recap video of just maybe talking what I just witnessed, and then just drop it on the YouTube channel. I don't know what YouTube does with live recordings. I don't know if it keeps it or archives it. I just have to keep an eye out for it. So I'll do that. I'll clip the moment this goal lands. We still see the French player. What do you mean? Vamos! Vamos! Lemon Disney should be. I think that Pichichi is gonna be something to be contended about. I honestly do. Now I think somebody else might be in contention for it. I think there'll be like a three horse race. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Yeah, good game. Good game. I mean, let's not say that it was all bad, right? Man U did have their moments. It's just like Opinion said, there was no finish. Freaking Huselu. Already greeting his brother-in-law, telling him how he had to do it. A la Madrid. Opinions, if I don't see you, man, I'm gonna have to join Spaces today. I know it's a late or super early morning for a lot of people on the other side of the world, but I know me and you are in the stateside, so 9:30 over here.
Nosotros estaremos en Dallas para el clásico.
So that's it.
Real Madrid
A good
y
goal from
Barcelona,
the
imperdible
basically two new players for Real Madrid this season. Jude Bellingham chipping it over Onana.
Por ser mi primer
And then,
partido, la verdad que salgo muy contento.
Potentially already a contender.
Bellingham y
Potentially already a contender
Mario Alberto que empezó Ricky Ortiz,
for the
gracias
best
por habernos
goal of the
acompañado.
season.
Ganó.
I'm just saying, I mean, it was wonderful to see it. And good for people at Houston, all the Houstonians. And yeah, Lunin had an amazing game. You're right. Let me pause that because I don't want to get flagged for ads or anything. Thank you, ESPN, for that. Let me check the Twitter world. I think it broke. I think Huselu broke. Huselu just broke. It broke my vocabulary and I can't even speak. But I don't know what else to say. Amazing. Let me check and see some quick reactions and then I'll let everybody go. Oh my god, I gotta record this. And que barbaridad. His first goal for Real Madrid. Can you imagine that? What else? That might be it. Actually, that's it. Look at him. I have high hopes for Huselu. I really do. My stocks on this cat is vibing. This thing is climbing. Everybody should have bought in. I don't know if I think it's too late. I want to close the market now. I want to hold on to these stocks. Yeah. Actually, let me see the end results here with the stats as of now it's finished. So, alrighty, because I think we just took the lead so early on, but the possession will be falling in favor of Man U with 53%. We actually ended up matching the same amount of total shots with 15. Real Madrid both tying with Man U with 5 on target. 6 off target for Real Madrid and 8 for Man U. And Lulin just showing those blocks with 4 blocked shots. No, those are later would be saves. Corner kicks, free kicks, 2 yellow cards to 1. Big chances, 3 for Real Madrid, 2 for Man U. The woodwork? We hit the woodwork? Is that the Huselu one, the first one? Counterattacks, counter shots. 11 shots inside the box for Real Madrid. 6 shots outside the box for Man U to our 4 that we had. And yeah, Lulin has 5 goalkeeper saves. Yeah, he had pretty good. Man U obviously having more of the possession, so they edged out, I think, by more than 65 passes. So 575. You do the math. Long balls. They had more long balls with 73% of those. We had better crosses, so 5 out of 9. And one of them setting up an amazing goal. Duels won. We ended up winning with 53 of them compared to their 33. And we won the air more, so 8-4. 22 tackles for Real Madrid, 11 interceptions for Real Madrid, and 18 clearances. Oh, what a goal, man. I'm still... Jeez. All right. That about does it for me on this stream. To kind of give you a little bit of like what I thought would happen is the first half is just, I think, a really strong lineup for a really good game in La Liga. I think the players that, if you just really kind of think about it, it's like match 25 and we're going against somebody, and it's just, that lineup is pretty good for a La Liga game. I think now that if you put context where we're at right now in something new like this, for example, with like Vinny and Rodrigo, I think out of both of them, the one that maybe just didn't, have a big showing was Rodrigo. I think he's the one that suffered a little bit out of the two. I think Vinny did a good job maybe had a couple moments in the first half where he would take Wan-Bissaka a couple times. I think there was one that he took on Varane as well. But just the end product, just not there. Jude Bellingham, I think this cat is fitting in nicely. I think, you know, the big lights and him wearing this crest, I don't think it's, you know, major pressure, because I think he's feeling fairly comfortable and mature. He's reminding me of like those early days of Camavinga, where it's like, wow, this cat is just this old and he looks so composed on the field. And yet again, it's like he's playing for Real Madrid, like he's starting for Real Madrid. So, and he pulls off that early goal in the 6th minute, chips it over Onana there. Eduardo Camavinga, I think he did fairly good as well. I think his best half was the first half. I think just what he was doing was much better than I think what most people were talking about last game against AC Milan, where he didn't look 100. But I say again, I never watched the first half in the last game, so I couldn't tell you. But to me, I think he had a better first half. Tchouaméni, bar none, I think probably the best midfielder we had tonight. I know he only played for a first half, but he looked amazing. Luka Modric, I think it's not that he had a silent night. I think it was just one of those nights that we know who Luka is, and it wasn't flashy, but it was sufficient. Like, it got it done. Fran Garcia, I think, phenomenal first half. There was some instances where he got caught a little bit too wide and too up front. So I think that's where they were taking advantage a couple times of certain plays for Man U, especially with Mason Mount. And then sometimes even Bruno Fernandes would come and supply that. Yeah, Luka didn't. Yeah, I think he's making the boys do the work, and he's doing the things that need to be done. Rudiger, I think he did phenomenal. I think he looked good with Alaba. So, I think Carlo Ancelotti has a good problem. He's gonna have to decide who he's gonna pair up, because I think that's the area I think that we really just need to have a solidified pairing. But you know what? I'll leave it to the people that are getting paid the big monies for that to make the decision. Alaba, I think once again, I think he looked composed as well. Good ball progressing passes, like breaking lines. I think there's a couple of times he would find, you know, Camavinga or Jude Bellingham already like half downfield, and then there was maybe one or two that he would find Vinny down in a run. So good for Alaba. And then yeah, and the guys need to keep the tempo up. Yeah. And I think as the season goes on, I think even when they rely more on Pintus, I think he will do his job. Carvajal, I don't know. I don't think there was much of a problem that I think came down. I think there was moments that Carvajal, just obviously because it's Carvajal, there is a little bit of trouble, but I don't think there was like a massive issue. I'm hearing something. Oh, it's my music. I was like, what is happening? Let's see. Carvajal. Yeah, like I said, I don't think I saw too much of moments that I felt like he was doing bad or doing good. I think he did fairly good. I want to check and see what they say about him. Yeah, it just wasn't like super active in his side. Let's be honest. I think they were trying to find out what they could do with Fran Garcia really getting so caught up forward, which I appreciated, because then when we see in the second half, that left side was just nothing with Mendy there. Like I said, this cat has no bone in his body. There's no cell in him that tells him, hey, go up top and cross it with your left foot. The world may never know with Mendy. Everybody else, I think, let me kind of look into everybody. So Fede Valverde, I think he didn't have an offensive role, really. I think he was just helping out Lucas Vazquez. As Lucas Vazquez, we all know, he's not a right back, and I think the emphasis was trying to see if they could exploit that side, which there was a couple moments that they were doing that. Toni Kroos, I mean, he sets up, the hockey assist for Lucas Vasquez to then cross it in for Joselu. Yeah, and honestly, opinions like I think there was this one play that I think it's the one that Joselu gets the ball, obviously with the back against goal. He's heading towards the middle of the field, slows it down, takes it to the right, stops, looks inside again, and finds Vinny in the middle. Like, that play ended up well because as Vinny then took it to the left and went up top, Joselu was like open. No one was really marking him. And he just kind of trotted into the 6-yard box. And Brahim Diaz, since he got stuck with the ball and he slipped, last thing he had was just to cross it in, and it went through. And I think Joselu just didn't expect it. But that kind of run is what you see with these kind of forwards, is that they set themselves up for the next pass, which we then end up seeing happening with even the build-up for his goal. Nacho Fernandez, I think there was a moment that I think I got scared. I honestly thought he got injured. But it was just like he just got the cleats dug into his kneecap. Vinny can do his thing while Joselu just sets in the box. Yeah. And I think that's what Joselu offers, and that's what's beautiful about Joselu. Militao. I think Militao and Nacho, I think today was just cleanup. They were pressured a little bit more. They had to do a lot of heading out, clearing out. So nothing really impressive. I mean, Mendy, I think, sad to say, but I think his days are numbered. Lucas Vasquez, I think he did what he could, but I think he offers that offensive side. I think, like I mentioned before, is that this dude is a winger. Play him there. I mean, my goodness, this dude will give you some beautiful crosses. He did it to the best. He did it to Gareth Bale. He did it to Cristiano Ronaldo. He did it to Benzema. I mean, what else do you want this cat to do? Perfect pass, man. And if you're watching a lot of the Real Madrid videos, this dude is hanging out with Jude Bellingham, and I like that. Vinny pulls the defenders, and Joselu is present in the box and a danger. Yep. And Joselu offers you just a different phase of the game in offense that just we haven't seen in a while. That's what I was mentioning even when the goal happened, is that we finally can get some crosses. Because for so long, it's just these low whipped things, and if not, it's just I take my shot. But this guy now offers you something else dangerous, which is crap. This dude can win it in the air. And we just witnessed this. This dude didn't even have to head it. He just went ahead and just walloped it and just did a bicycle kick. Amazing. So I want to go ahead and be part of the Twitter world. And I don't know if there's any spaces happening over there. But I'm going to call it tonight. I'm going to call it. I might catch glimpses of maybe the Barcelona game against Arsenal. And just maybe do some scouting. Some, keeping an eye out against this so-called, defending champs of La Liga. But beautiful game. Brahim Diaz. I mean, still hasn't shown anything. And Nico Paz, I like Nico Paz. This is not the formation or the team that he's good at. Like, he's growing in the Castilla, and I think he's going to do wonderful under Raul as he's moved up and playing for them and stuff. So I'm excited for him. I just don't see it. Like, obviously, they're giving them these minutes now, and so they just brought him out just to give guys rest. So I'm not going to be looking into Nico Paz and what he's going to do for the first team in this season. So that's really going to be it. Like I said, anything from Tig Hag and the Red Army and this Red Devils, whoever they call themselves, just not their night. And then it just shows that they're still having issues with their attack. Marcus Rashford, I think, yeah. I think when they meet up with some team that has quality, I think they just don't have the punch. I think that's what it really comes down to. If they find a good team that they catch them off form or something like that, then Ten Hag, I think, can set up the team right. But honestly, I don't think they have the punch. I really don't. Nothing really sticks out to me. I think it didn't help that they got an injury early on from their 18-year-old kid, who I think did really good against Arsenal. Made Declan Rice heave for breath. But beyond that, I think I'm now rambling. I'll leave it as that. All right, so I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being part of the chat. Everybody that was part of it, dude, big ups, man. Thank you so much for being part of it. I'm going to do a little bit more of these, and then I'll catch most of you guys later on. So you guys have a good one. Have a good night wherever you're at. Be good. Stay safe. And yeah, and peace.